Yo, we are back, man. We're gonna get right into it for real. Cause gold is looking real juicy right now, and I'm getting ready to definitely lock in and take some big risks here. Not big risks, but decent amount of risk tonight. So let's go into it. I don't know, you guys seen what gold been doing? The entries we've had has been awesome. The only issue that I noticed is again execution and also self-sabotaging bad behaviors in the market, which I would explain. But overall, so much improvements, so much improvements. Even on the risk management, like right now I'm down, but compared to what I would be down before, oh my god. Yeah. So I'm going to explain all that as well. And guys, we also have a new video out right now. You guys check it out. What I plan on doing with the channel and where we at right now is pretty simple. Like start from the basics, complete basics, and show you guys exactly how to use a strategy from the basic level, each indicator at a time, because it could be a lot. But the past 2 weeks, I've definitely been able to simplify all of that into one, to now where you just have to look at the strategy on TradingView to be able to execute at exact key entries on that we should be in the market. So it's going to be very interesting these next few weeks, few months to come. But let me show you guys real quick what I'm talking about exactly. So right now, we looking at gold. Matter of fact, these boxes, I'm going to do less of them just because when price reach those areas, my mind is still a bit scattered to be able to take the entry, because the boxes it varies. Like sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. What I'm going to do a little bit different is just basically have my entry lines where I would want to enter based on the high of the day, low of the day, middle of the day, and my daily entries. Literally simplify it to the T. All right. So real quick, let's put it together, right? And also, I'm not ignoring this gold W formation here, but right now, I believe gold is going to go on a downtrend, more on the downtrend, and keep going down for a sell after this pullback, of course. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, me personally, my best entries later on today is going to be for sales. All right, let's go over it. Gold. I had two gold here. Let me put it back up. There it is. All right, we're gonna see it on the naked chart view. So here's what I mean, guys. Let's go on gold real quick. And Nas is still pretty fresh for the week too. So by tomorrow morning, we should get a nice little push. All right. All right. So yeah, these areas here, they're cool, but it still could be just a bit scattered here. So what I'm going to do, let's break this down, just like some of you all probably have seen on my G story. This is how I'm actually going to break down everything to you guys. Like I said, to simplify everything and just make our life a lot easier when it comes to execution. Because the past few weeks, few months, we've been talking about execution, right? Execution, understanding how to execute, because that's most important. Like the amount of growth that I personally have so far in my journey, as far as like focusing on execution, is like crazy, and that's where the accuracy come in, and that's where the confidence come in, and that's where the bigger lot size come in to make bigger profit. Because once you have those areas and you confident in yourself and you confident on the setup, you're gonna hit. So I'm about to break that down real quick. So let's go into it, right? All right, right here, this is gold. Okay. Now, based on my indicators, based on my analysis so far, I'm gonna leave this box up here. Based on everything that I'm looking at right now, we had key entry zones, which I sent to the team every time it came up after 12 a.m. So around like 1 a.m. you guys time, Eastern time, you will be able to see these exact price. And I'm going to always show you guys how to go about the market in that style and in that way, because the market is so vast and it's just going up and down at the same time. You just have to know like how you're going to execute, you know. So like for me personally this week, I'll grade myself A+ in execution. To start, like going in the trade, what messed me up is bad habits of once it gets to a certain point, adding risk instead of trailing stop loss. More focusing on trailing stop loss to secure gains compared to re-entering to try to make more money. And that's where it gets difficult and that's where it gets hard, right? So let's go into it, right? Let's break this down. Now, and you all gonna experience it too going into next week. Like this week, I really fully experienced it a lot. Just seeing exactly what's happening, noticing the entry price for the day, and then from there knowing exactly where the high of the day would be, the middle of the day, and the low of the day would be. Just game changer. So let's go right here. So on the 12th, all right. I'm just to make it easier and simple, I'm just going to do yesterday's price. Yesterday's price, I already have it here. Let me just pull it up right here. And if you want to share your ideas of what you think about gold, what it's going to do, feel free to send in your analysis to me. Send it in the group. You know, I'll give you my opinion on it. Right, reply to my story. Let me know what you guys think, because I feel like it's going to go to bottom Bollinger Band. Let me add the Bollinger Band in here as well, just an extra one. Huh? Never mind. I could just do it right here. Alright, Bollinger Band, we'll have that there. Alright, we talk about going from zone to zone, right? That's what we've been talking about. Zone to zone, zone to zone. Right now, I think on the H4, price just broke underneath this area here, which is a huge confirmation. After a retest, which I am expecting to retest, because look, lower high, lower high for a new lower low. So that new lower low is gonna go crazy. I'm expecting price to go down here, realistically, right? But we have to go ahead and mark previous daily highs and lows, and then I'm going to send today's daily highs and lows after 12 a.m. because the new daily candle, the new day, is gonna show up. So pretty interesting. And guys, this is like the first week of me actually doing this and just following that pattern and noticing these key points. Trying to ignore all the noise, but noticing these key points of where really I should be in the trade for that day. Because keys on entry is great for trend, but we get caught up on the pullbacks and stuff like that. Because once we get the entry, we don't really know how far we could go. So that, I know for me, that affect me. I was floating in like 1,500, two bands in profit. Re-entering, trying to make more than that for that day, take all that profit away. And that's just what it is. You feel me? So that's like the next biggest thing, because it's just like now that we know, all right, this is the entries. How do you perform? How do you react when it's time? You feel me? So it's like it's gonna take a lot of self growth, man. All right, let's do this. The key price that I have right now, and I'm going to do my best tonight to not do anything until the new daily can not really the daily candle, but in the market is that's when the daily candle really start making its move for the day. So after 12 a.m. really I'm gonna spot my entries and be able to take that entry. But right now we are just pulling back on gold. It's just a smooth pullback. Like if I would enter this trade, I would just enter my prop firm account, but I wouldn't really enter a live right now because I know the trend is for a sell, and I really want to be ready when it's time to sell without hesitation. So that's my game plan right now. Alright, so the high of the day was price 33.7400. 33.74.00. Where is it? Right there. Alright, that was high of day yesterday. Let's just mark that as red right now and also call it what it is. It's gonna be high up there, and I said this not probably the exact same price, but about the exact same price to you guys in the team. So it's all in the group, and also in the Telegram group as well. All right, high day. I want this to show in the front. We're gonna want it on the left. Yes, like that. High up day, and then we had the middle. We need to put the middle because the middle is just what's going to always give us that entry if we miss whether it's the daily high or daily low. But I don't like the middle entries. I'm gonna give it to you guys anyway, and then we're going to just master gold, man. Like this, you guys gonna see a crazy shift. It's about to be insane. All right, boom. I'm loving this pullback right now. I hope it pullbacks to about right here. Drop well, we'll see. Daily high is going to be my entry. How about that? Daily high today is going to be my entry for a sell on gold. Watch. If it's not daily high, it's going to be the middle. If it's not the middle, it's going to be the low of the day. Simple as that. All right, next line from yesterday, and then I don't have today's yet exactly. I could tell you daily lows right here, low of the days right here for now, but it's not for sure yet until 12 a.m. and I'll have time to talk about that, how I know and all of that. It goes into details. All right, text here, we're gonna put middle. And the price for that one is $3366.74. 33. Ooh. Nice pullback on gold. I'm loving it. I wanted to enter this buy, to be honest, but I told myself, don't really waste my energy because I know it's not the best entry right now. Now, if I enter now, I could expose my capital to fake outs. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna literally do my best to sit this one out. I'm not gonna think. I'm just gonna sit this one out. After 12 a.m., I'm entering a trade and I'm locking in. All right, let's go. Which one is this one? 30. This is the middle, so let's do the middle. 336694. 336694. 336694. All right. Boom. There it is. Woof. Oh. Golly. That entry was beautiful, man. And the thing is, this entry happened last night around London session. This is why I'm going to be up tonight and really just capitalize on that move. Let me pull up Zoom real quick. You guys are going to love this. Hold on. Turn on Zoom real quick so I can draw on my screen. Yes, sir. Let me fix the camera real quick. Alright, we about to lock in real quick, guys. We about to lock in. Be ready right now. Alright, let me drink some water. Okay. Alright, here we go. So what we at right now? We got our high of day, low of day, all that. So boom. Only thing we missing right now is low of day. All right. Here's what I was gonna say first. Let me finish putting the low of day, and then I'm going to pull up Zoom real quick and start drawing on my screen here, showing you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. Right. All right. Share screen. Boom. All right. We're going. One second. All right, boom. Let's do the low update right now. Coordinates. So that price is going to be 30, 35, 57, 48. 35, 57, 48. All right, bet. Where did that go? I don't think that was right. I don't see the line no more. All right, let's redo it. $35, 57, 48. Come on. 30. No, 33, 57, 148. Alright, bet. Right there. Basically right there, guys. Exactly right there. Alright. And just gonna move this one a little bit right here. Right there. And then move this one a little bit right here so we can see it as well. Alright, boom. So here, this was all the entries, guys. Boom. So now, we got low update from yesterday. All right, these are the prices. This is how it looks on the daily, and this is how it looks on the H4, on the H1. Okay, so we know now we in a complete sell for gold, right? H4, this is gonna be my jackpot take profit right here. If we reach this area, we definitely gonna get a bag. How many pips would this be? If this thing fully reach 400 pips, or let's say 500 pips, that's all we need. Now the thing is with this one, this current setup right now, you know, price could give us way more probably than 500 pips, because based on the pattern here, right? Let's zoom in. This area is where I'm gonna call it. Let me just call it right now. I'm gonna make it gold. That's where we cash out on all of our gold we collected. It's just gonna take some balls. It's gonna take some balls to hold. But we'll see. We just need to make some good profits on it. That's really all that matters, right? All right, boom. I'm gonna call this one right here, man. The jackpot. Jackpot. Money sign. Isn't there? Yeah, there's where you could do emojis. Let's go. Money sign. Yeah. And we're gonna do boom. Alright, I'm gonna put this on the right though, because we're going from left to right. That's how the market move. The market only moves from left to right. So it's like reading a book. All right. Now, based on confirmation, I pretty much know the next chapter, basically. Just as an example. All right. So, as long as price respect these zones, I'm going to be able to get my entries later. Now, here's where it gets hard, right? And I'm about to break this down real quick. Yeah, this next gold breakout is gonna say it all, man. It's gonna say it all. Can't wait. All right, let's go. Boom. All right, let's start drawing on our screen real quick. Oof, this looks so juicy. Ugh. Man, look. I'm gonna sit on my hands, bro, so I could do my best entry for gold tonight. Around this area, I don't know how far the pullback is gonna be, bro. But on the next sell candle for the daily and the H4, I'm locking in. Cause all I need is the entry of somewhere around here once I get my new daily high of day, to go right here. I may even change the name here, high of day, middle, low of day, to daily high, daily low. It's gonna be a lot easier, I think. So let me just do that right now, actually. Make the changes as soon as you see it need to be done, because I want you guys to understand. Because when you look at hold and load, I like load though. Load them up in the entries. You guys probably like, damn, what is Jack talking about? He tweaking. Look, let me show you guys what I'm talking about, bro. Let's play the market back. Fuck that. Let's play the market back, and then we're gonna lock in on this. Let's go into H4, man. Oh my goodness, this shit about to be hilarious. A lot of changes about to happen. All right, look. Let's break this down, chat. Let's break this down. All right. It's about to get lit real quick. All right. Here's the breakdown. All right. Shout out to my dog Jay. You made some bread today. Let's see in the chat. Let me show the group, man. What's up, chat? What's up? We about to get lit real quick. Where is it? Sheesh. There you go. Alright. What's the picture? Probably in this one. There it is. Alright. Jay, post that in the Share Your Wins tab, so we could, get motivated and excited. And I'm about to explain to you, Jay, something. If you could remember your entry price for that sale, send it to me. I want to show you a quick breakdown real quick. Now, with these key points, we could analyze our entries every day, and we could also analyze our behavior when it's time. Because a lot of us don't even realize, like, the behaviors that we have in the market says a lot about how we going to come out on the other side, man. And that's the hardest part to master, and that's the psychology part once you actually end the trade. So watch this, right? And this is why I love what I do, guys, like, for real. Because this thing literally gives me a chance to grow. You see what I'm saying? Every day I get a chance to be better than yesterday in real time. That's one of the reasons why I love trading. Like, it's the most self-development you could do in your life while gaining wealth at the same time. physical wealth, material wealth, like money, doing to be able to buy anything you want. Great. But in the background, deep in the background, it's also working on your faith. It's working on your soul. It's working on a lot of things that's just going to help you get to the next level, right? Because if you don't really look at this as a spiritual journey, you're going to take it lightly, and you're not really going to do your best. Like, for me personally, I've been having so much growth in all areas of my life just because I decided to, like, for the past 6 months, to like really lock in. So that's why now I've gotten to the level where I know what's really going on to the T, where now I know exactly when to get in and the price to get in. The biggest part is just, again, the behavior that you have in the market. Meaning, once you reach that price where you know you should be taking a trade, how do you behave? Right? Do you self-sabotage, like adding more entries to self-sabotage the whole play? Or do you close your trade early as soon as you see profit? Meaning you don't even know exactly when to close your profit. There's a lot that goes into it. Like getting too excited, seeing profit, not closing, and then taking a loss. That was me. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is just going to go into detail. And every week we're going to just have a chance to go over it, like really lock in on it. All right? What's up, Jackson? We locking in right now. So let's dive into it, right? And Jay, again, if you could remember the price that you entered the gold sell to make this profit, send it to me. I'm about to break down something real quick, right? So let's go back to gold. All right, gold is looking so juicy. We're reading the market from left to right. Okay, and based on what we know, based on our knowledge, we know the market go from zone to zone. If you don't know what is zone to zone, go watch the recent video I just posted that's breaking down how you can find the zone to zone with the Bollinger. I'm going to drop a lot more content explaining that whole play itself. But right now, we focusing on, all right, after we know that, how do we enter the market to actually make money, right? Because we could know that potentially price is going to sell based on this zone-to-zone strategy, middle Bollinger on the H4 to the bottom Bollinger. But how are you going to behave? How are you going to execute to make that happen? Now, personally, I'm going to enter after 12 a.m. personally today. Because I don't want to enter here just because I feel like I'm going to miss out, take a loss. Although this move could fully just happen, leave me behind, not even give me a chance to enter. But at the same time, I haven't had my real setup of entries for the day yet because market just really opened for the new day. So all of that goes into details. Like, you got to really tap in and know. So high of the day, middle of the day, low of the day. All right. And by the way, guys, like in your journey right now, if you're watching this live right now and you stay locked in with me for the next 6 months and actually work on yourself as well, you'll see some major changes because I'm seeing it right now in real time, right? Like real time, every day. The only issue is for a lot of people, for everyone, for all of us to know is with all that information, use it to print, not just print, but 10K day, 20K day, 50K days. You see what I'm saying? That's the real next level, and that's what the reality is. That's what people want to see. That's just what it is. And that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. So now it's just a matter of, all right, how do you prepare yourself to make that happen? Have the confidence to gradually grow yourself to these 10 standard, 20 standard, 50 standard, 100 standard days in the near future. How do you behave yourself right now with 0.50, 1 standard, 2 standard? How do you behave right now when it's time to take action in the market? And that's the big question, and that's what we have to work on. So yesterday, I knew where price was going. I knew it. Although before I went to sleep, Price gave me an entry at the low of day. That was around like 12 a.m. I entered this trade. I was up like 700. I closed, and then guess what happened here, guys? Without even fully being patient, I told myself, damn, it's getting late. I need to wake up in a few hours. I'm going to sleep. Went to sleep, woke up, seen price, gave the beautiful entry for the sell. That thing dropped. I was like, damn, I knew it. And then we had news, right? Then we had news. I was like, all right, I'm just going to try to find a re-entry. I tried to find a re-entry. Guess what I did? I didn't fully wait for the retest here. Took some small loss. Kind of gave up on the play. And then did not even re-enter at the daily low. I was like, all right, whatever. Still got one more day. I'm going to get it at the next daily high, daily low. Oh, yeah, we wanted to change and update the name. Instead of high, daily low up there, I'm just going to call it daily high. Just so we all could understand it. Daily low, right? Now we know, okay? Because we're going to get the daily entry regardless. And I'm going to also play the market back like I told you guys I would. Just so we could see how this all played out with previous daily entries. So we could now prepare for today. Woo. I got something for them today. I'm definitely doing at least 2 standard tonight. I want to do it at daily high. High of day. When it gives me that entry after 12 a.m. tonight. Because this was 12 a.m. After 12 a.m. like 3 a.m. I was already knocked out by this point. That was a immaculate entry. 5 standard. You know what I'm saying? But again, to do that, to get to that level, I give us overall right now, everyone that's watching this live, I give myself as well, and you guys right now that's going to lock in with me for the next few months. I give us 3 months. Literally, 3 months to lock in on this, because we're going to see the same pattern every week. Every day, every week. We're going to see the same pattern. I'm always going to send the prices to you guys as well in the chat, so you guys can see what's going on. Right? Once we see these numbers, we just have to, again, enter the trade and behave properly. That's the hard part, behave properly. Like, relax. Just chill. All right? Because, again, we tend to rush our trade, close early, miss out on the bigger move. It's a lot that goes into it that these entries I'm going to give y'all is going to just make a complete difference. All right, so let's play the market back real quick. Why? Let's do that. We want to see how did the daily entry give us the entry yesterday. So this was yesterday move. We had a push to the high. When we was on the live here, yesterday, we had a push to the high. And the daily high was not for sure yet because price was just moving. This is why I don't lock in on an entry until after 12 a.m. And you guys going to see that once I play this back here, right? So let's lock into it real quick. All right, so we'll do the lower speed and let's look at it. All right, daily entry right here, guys. Notice this right here. Notice this. All right, you see that? Daily entry right there. Look at that. Boom. Price stays right there. Daily entry still there. Exactly right here. Boom. Ooh. That happened way too fast. We got to play it back, man. Play it back, DJ. We have to play it back. That was way too fast on the H4. We might as well look at this on the H1, to be honest. The candle is this ridiculous drop. All right. This is it. Let's replay this on the H1 instead. All right. Boom. We're going to slow it down a bit. Just because I want to break it down as it goes, right? Boom. Slow it down a bit. There it is. Press play. All right. Here it is. Boom. All right. Where's my daily entry? hold on. Let me mark my daily. Let's say, right? Let's say yesterday I marked my daily entry. I knew it was there already, but we're just gonna mark it. Yeah, let's mark it just to see. DE. That's what it is. And I'm gonna keep DE gold just because that's just how I want to be able to read it. Every entry for me where I'm actually gonna be entering, well, just DE. Just DE. Let's keep it simple. Alright, DE was here. Play the market. Alright, we got a test. We had a test. We really have to look at this, and this is what it's called back test. You gotta really look at this and just like real deal, real life game plan. You see what I'm saying? You gotta lock in like that. Price testing. Alright, I noticed. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. That was a little too fast. That is fast. Because we're on the higher time frame. That's why it's so fast. But let's go back. Again. All right, by this time we haven't had our daily entry yet and all of that yet. Well, not daily entry, entry highs and entry lows. That was one of the highs from before. And then it pushed. It pushed, kept pushing during the New York. Pause right here. This is where it pushed. So yesterday, when we were on this live, that's where price was at. Literally around that area. Right? Now, personally, price was above key zone low, and I rushed the play. Yes, that's another reason why I lost some bread yesterday too. I rushed the play on this buy before the line actually became solid. So because I got a little bit of entries here, and then I was stacking trades here. Well, not really stacking trades. I did like 2 entries more, which was like 3 trades overall here, but it was bigger lot size. Because I did not expect price to break this zone easily, and it did. So I had a major stop loss here when price did this first dip. I was like, all right. Now it's telling me overall it's going to sell. And then I waited. After the 12 a.m., that's when I re-entered and kind of made some of the profit back. But overall, this move was pretty clean. So boom, it gave the test. So just imagine if you had your entry, let's say for a 5 standard or a 10 standard, exactly at the line. All right, this is how I want you guys to look at the market now, because this is what's possible. We just have to get ourselves in a position where we're strategic enough to be able to take those massive actions. Like, you gotta, yeah. So let's just think that this was our entry, right? First entry. If we knew for sure. So that would have been great. Boom, price go up. Cannot break that zone, cannot break that area. completely reverse. There it is. New hour, boom. So new hour did not even reach that entry again. Pause. Reason why I was even buying here at this key zone is because I thought price was going to reach up here to give me that take profit at that time, because I was hoping to get a retest here so we could sell back down here long term. That was my first original game plan, but it did not happen like that because price is on a downtrend and I was not trading with the trend. That's just what it is. So after I took this loss, I re-entered the trade around the key zone low, made some profit on the pullback to make up for the loss, went to sleep and missed this entry right here, which was exactly in the middle zone. Drop, then it gave a retest this morning, kind of self-sabotaged the play again by entering early, and it dropped again today from that exact line. So those lines I'm gonna give you guys is the entry. So if I play this now forward, we'll see how it played out. Notice price never came back to this entry here where it says daily high, and it just kept dropping. I'm gonna speed it up a bit now. Pullback, that was a pullback that made me some profit back. Ooh, and then this move is the one I missed. That was like a one candle move. Like one H1 candle move. That was beautiful. I need something like that tonight. I think we could get it. Alright, so these lines here is always going to be your entry. And then notice as well, if we enter exactly at the lines for whatever trade we do, we'll have to be completely wrong for stop loss trigger to trigger. Now we kind of get to bypass the part where even if we right now we're in a drawdown for 50 or 100 pips, that just means we wrong on the trade, because the line is so accurate. The entries, key points that I'm giving you is so accurate that if price go beyond 50 pips, it's just a wrong trade. Just one of your attempt is wrong. And that's it, because you're still going to give yourself however many attempts that you want to do for the week, or for that day. But notice here, let's count stop loss. Let's say on this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high play, this was our entries every time. Here, less than 20 pips drawdown. All right, maybe you would have missed this because we wouldn't know for sure when the daily high was going to stop, because the real daily high is after 12 a.m. So the candle was still moving before 12 a.m. Here, let's say you were to get this entry, right? Exactly around the key zone low. For the re-entry, this is where I would have just made a big bag if I was like still up looking at it. I went to sleep. I did not even worry about it. I did not even think about putting a pending order or nothing like that. I just went to sleep because it was kind of late. Woke up, I was like, damn, that was clean. From that area, 230 pips, less than 50 pips drawdown, less than 30 pips drawdown. So when I talk about, all right, we will get to the point where, you know, we doing 5, 10, 20 standard, 50 standard, 100 standard on gold over time, is because the accuracy of our entries is going to be super accurate. Now, wherever you at, let's say you're doing 0.01s, you're going to literally see growth in your entries in real time. So basically what I've done is, instead of like before, adding multiple entries here, for example, the old me, multiple entries here, multiple entries here, multiple entries here, multiple entries basically all over the chart, because I'm scaling in, but I don't really know for sure. So I'm adding lot size every pullback. What that does is that when you take a loss, that loss is huge, and that's not the right way. So that's the old style of trading right here that I'm drawing on my chart. And hey, I would have made a bag. Look, guys, I've made 100K a day. And one day I remember it really took about 3-4 days because I was adding so much entries. I made 100K off this strategy right here in one day or 1 week. But I also lost 60K plus doing the same strategy on US 30, stacking trades just like that. Just like that. Because I was in drawdown, adding more entries. Drawdown, adding more entries. Until I finally blew the account. It reached negative 55 around that area and I couldn't stomach it anymore. And I just manually closed, took a loss. It's just what it is. But what I've done now is just redefine the strategy to make it to a point where we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to add a lot of entries anymore. We don't have to scale in anymore, really, because now we're going to know the exact area we're going to enter. So where are we going to enter? And I'm going to send you guys the prices tonight, again after 12, of where we're going to enter. Where are we going to enter is exactly at the key points that I'm giving you. We already have daily entry that's automatic. We know that, but how do we prevent the pullback? If I enter a sell now, does that mean it's going to go down right now? It may pull back and take us losses. And that's where, you know, we could feel like maybe the strategy don't work. And that's why a lot of traders fail, man, because they don't stay the course. They don't stick to one strategy until they're fully mastered. Like, I've been mastering my strategy for years. Years. Not just the template itself, but more so like, how do you do it? How do you make money in it? You feel me? Before a lot of you guys knew me, I was already doing the strategy, but no one knew me until started getting some real motion, real bread. But now it's just part 2. And how do we do it strategically to the T? So instead of stacking trade to make a big bag, all we got to do is this. I'm going to give you the price. You decide how much you're going to risk on your account. Do one, maximum 3 entries. I don't recommend 3 entries. I wish I could stop myself to just stop doing 3 entries. Maybe one day I will. I'll give myself the next 3 months to see how I'm going to scale. I really don't want to do too much. I really don't want to do 3 entries. But, again, if you could just master to just do these entries right here. 1 to 3 max. Okay? 1 to 3 max. 1 to 3 max. When I give you these prices, you're going to cash out. Because the price is going to come up anyway. I'm going to give you the prices every day. Like if you go in my group right now, every day I've been sending these keys on entries. And I even draw them on my trading view. Also on my MT4 when I'm trading so I could actually see it. Look. All week. Thursday price. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, Wednesday price, boom, boom, boom. And I'm mainly focused on gold. I was doing it for gold and NAS. Right now, I'm so locked in. Like, NAS is my side chick right now. Like, only when I have some real bread to risk on NAS. Like, after I have some good plays in the market, have 5, 10K wiggle room, 20K wiggle room to really do some big trades on NAS at the key entry zone for those NAS, I'm not really going to give too much attention to it. If I see a good setup and it's clean, I'll take a risk, but right now, I just want to be in sync with gold, man. Like, gold and I is one. That's where I want to get to right now. So, we have the key points. Back to what I was saying, is how do we get the entry without self-sabotaging the whole play? I did self-sabotage the whole play this week by getting too excited and adding lot sizes, because I wanted to make more money. But I understand now. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. This was yesterday's entries. Alright, I don't have today's entries just yet. I only have this one right here. But we're going to get these 3 lines again, and we need to execute properly. Again, when it's time, when you have the line, we just have to decide if it's a buy or sell. That's our biggest job. And then to master our emotion when we in the trade. And the way we're gonna know if it's buy or sell right now, I already know. Of course, I have confirmation from the Jackpot strategy that shows me, which I'm going to show you guys as well later on. But I also can see, look, lower low. If I know I'm in a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, I know I'm in a downtrend. So we may do the same thing here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, drop on gold. And the gold sell may not even happen the way I expect. It's just being prepared for whatever happens is what matters most. So I'm saying if we expect, it makes us more profit because we'll be more confident on our entries. But at the same time, we have to be able to react to whatever the market is doing at the right time at your entries. All right, key points. At the right time at your entries. So right now, I'm not doing much. Letting this pullback do what it does because I'm still expecting to sell. We underneath the key zone. Let's pull up the Jackpot strategy real quick now to break this down to see how and why can it sell. Right? What's going on, Jim? What's going on, Jackson? See y'all boys. Joe Daniel. What's going on, man? We locked in right now. All right. So look at this. Looking at this setup right here. Okay, again, I don't know where the high of day and low of day is going to be yet. Let's pull up Jackpot strategy. And now I'm going to gather information on this template view here to see why would it sell. All right, so if I go on the monthly time frame to start, I'm going to load up. All right, we're right here. All right, so think about it, guys. If we get a sell on gold, that's a monthly wick entry. A monthly wick entry if it sells. The weekly is already red bearish. It's already dropping. Now, again, this thing could just turn around and flip on us like crazy and we don't even know what the heck happened, right? Again, that's why I mentioned earlier, we have to be able to be ready for any move, all right? So here, I don't even want to even do a trend line here. I'm just going to mark daily entry because that's where daily entry is at about. Let me just do it right here. Daily entry. Boom. And I like to put my daily entry gold. That's why I'm gonna cash out. Feel me? Hey, if we get a pullback to this area here too, I don't mind. I just would like to be part of some of the buys if we're gonna do that. But realistically, I think we're going down, guys. I ain't not even gonna sugarcoat it. Look right here. Let's look again. Let's look for confirmation to why would it do that? Why would it sell? Why would gold want to sell? And I'm gonna find every confirmation to why I should expect sales. And the more confirmation, the better it is for me. All right, on the daily time frame. All right, this is, guys, right now. This is a crucial moment right now for gold. Like, you have to understand. This is a crucial moment for gold right now. All right? So, let's look at it. First, I'm going to look at my stochastic. My stochastic saying gold is going down. I thought we was going to have a crossover here yesterday. That's why I was kind of trying to buy. But we didn't. So, stochastic is underneath my blue. It's going down to about right here. Daily time frame. Volume, right? Volume is about right here. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and add Jackpot volume as well, because I need to see this play and how it's gonna really make a move. So let's go to Jackpot volume to add that. That's also part of the Jackpot strategy. All right, volume is here. We're going lower. At least on this view here. All right, on the H4 time frame, oof, Sheesh, that would have gave it away for me if I was paying attention yesterday to this. On the H4 time frame, price had already been sort of give away the move since beginning of the week, because now notice, at least on the volume on the MACD here, every time we had a pullback, literally every time we had a pullback, that would have just been a entry for a sell if I had really noticed this the way it was showing up. That's 100% my fault. All right, I'm also looking here. We have an all red bearish candle on the H4 time frame, and also major crossover in the stochastic. H1. H1, we about right here at the daily entry now, but potential re-entry opportunities could be right here. This is where volume was destroyed, like sellers, buyers was destroyed right here at this zone right here. Boom. On the 30-minute time frame, this is where it's at, and this is how it's also looking, right? Oof, this pullback here could be very, very nice. On the 15-minute time frame, this is how it look. All right, now I am going to take note that I do have a green half trend pushing price up right now for the pullback. That doesn't mean it's gonna flip and go for a buy trend. It can, but we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure right now. And we're going to need some good confirmation to know that. But I ain't gonna lie, man, from what I could see, the buyers are done right now. It's over for them. They got crushed last night. Again, as soon as I went to sleep, man, that thing just dropped with one candle right here. Boom. All right, so now it's pulling back. We understand where it could potentially pull back at, give us re-entry opportunity. I would love a re-entry opportunity here, but it's not about what I would like. It's more so about where is the daily entries gonna be, which is right here. So tomorrow, if price is underneath this area, I am selling. Okay? But I would like to get a nice pullback entry after 12 a.m. at the daily high, the new daily high, which I'm going to send that price over to you guys once I actually get it, so you guys could lock in and see what's going on. Because guys, remember, let's break this down. Let's go back to just to the basics. I just dropped a video on this. Remember, the market goes from zone to zone, and the reason why I like to add the Bollinger Band by itself here sometimes is just to really break down that basics of Bollinger Band that I'm talking about. And over time, like I said, I give us 3 months. 3 months, if you lock in, you're gonna see major changes. I know, because I'm living proof right now, and it's happening in real time. And major wealth, major growth don't happen right away in one day. It doesn't materialize in money, in houses and cars and travels all around the world. Whatever the hell you want to do with your money, who cares? It doesn't show up until later, until the inner work has been done, until the inner win has been done. So what does that mean? For you to get to those days where you're having breakthrough, you have to take the little steps and gradually grow your way there. Until one day you realize you're making 1,000 a day, you're making 10K a day. You have to get there. But I've been able to do that trading the wrong way. Like, I can't say trading the wrong way, because everyone have their style of trading, strategy trading. But if we being 100% honest here, you adding more trades to losers, that's trading the wrong way. Without a stop loss, that's trading the wrong way. Once you actually get a hit and you profit, you make money for real. But that's trading the wrong way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just what I knew. That's what I thought. That's what I teach all my students. And that's why a lot of people trade stacking trades, which is cool. We made a lot of money on that. Like I said, 100K in one day I made before. But I've also lost a lot of money on that as well. because it's not a long-term game plan. It's not a long-term strategy where you could scale. And I want us to grow, and I want us to scale. So the only way we could scale is to be the most strategic as possible. So we repeat the same process, and the only thing that changes in the process is the lot size that you're doing. That's it. That's how simple it should be. So that's where we at right now. Lock in with me. 3 months, we're gonna see crazy, crazy changes. Let's get to it. We already know price is going Bollinger Band is on the zone, right? Boom. So it's on the zone. We go here. We do 200. Boom. We go to style. We're gonna make it upper red. No, base is white, middle, upper red, lower green, just like that. All right. Base on the zone. We already know. Okay, cool. Let me take this out. Hold on. Yeah. All right, we already know, guys. Zone to zone, right? Price is coming from the middle. Let's hide the drawing real quick. Price is coming from the middle to the bottom. All right, that happened on the H1. On the H4, expect the same thing. Now we are underneath this area here, middle Bollinger Band. You can expect price to keep dropping here. And that's what I was saying. You could expect this. TP. You could literally expect this. Like, we could legit expect this move. Because price now is underneath the middle Bollinger Band area. We're going to probably get a retest, which is going to give us a nice entry to go there. Now, as it goes there, you're going to be able to capitalize on this move as it goes there. But again, you have to know how to execute, because you could be right and still lose your trade. That's why we have precise entries now that we enter to make the most of the play. Now, guys, like, this is real deep. Like, it doesn't get more strategic than to this point we've come to right now. All right, and feel free to share any questions, anything in the chat, like, so we could really understand this together. All right, now we already know the zone-to-zone strategy is going from this area to this area. We know that. Great. Cool. Perfect. How do we execute? And that's where these lines come in at. Daily high. Okay. Middle. And I get these entries, I know for sure, after 1 a.m. Well, 12 a.m. Middle. Daily low. And then we had the daily entry for the entry this morning for that major drop, just like that. Cool. Let's zoom in. Here, we're going to have the same thing happen, but this time it may go a little bit further, because price always have a goal in mind. All right, it always needs to go from somewhere to somewhere. This is where it's gonna go, from somewhere to somewhere. It's going from middle to the bottom. The big question is, how do we capitalize on the entries to go here? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move daily entry from previous day. We're gonna ask Jackpot strategy to give us the exact price of where that's at. Let's turn that on. And Jackpot strategy say, sir, it's right here at this area for you for today. If you sell underneath this area, you will make profit. Now, I may enter it right now thinking I'm going to make a sale, to make a good move, and then get stopped out. Because this is why I tell you guys, you could be right and still lose. Like, there's a lot of time you've been right in the market and stop loss triggered and it just went your way and you was like, damn, fuck. Because you need to know how to better execute. This is what we're going to lock in. As of right now, I don't know the daily high, the daily low just yet until after 12 a.m. I'm gonna send it to you guys in the chat. Oh, for sure. But now I have these areas here. I want, a part of me want to do a small little trend line just to show some respect to this H4 middle here, and when price tests, for me to know how I'm going to react to it, because that's where I want to really execute for a big trade if we don't go fully for a buy. So I'm adding this trend line here for me to get that re-entry, and once I get that re-entry, that's where I'm gonna lock in, because that re-entry, I mean, if we could just go from that middle Bollinger Band on the H4 to the bottom Bollinger Band on the H4, that's 600 pips. All right, let's do the math on that. Now, again, I'm going to break it down. 600 pips in the market is a lot. And that's why I love gold, and that's why I stay on gold, because gold is the only pair that's going to give me that move so fast. So 600 pips, man, is one standard, 6K profit. 0.10, 600 profit. Okay? 10 standard, 60K. 5 standard, 30K. That's the math on this. I just want us to get to the level where we just get so comfortable and know the market so well, instead of tiptoeing in the trade like we used to do, scaling in to make that big profit on the breakout. How can we just do 1, maximum to 3 trades at that area? Knowing myself tonight, when it's time, I might break it down to 3 standard just to start off and not expose myself to too much risk. But realistically, I just did the math for you guys. How much profit you could potentially make if we decide today, moving on, for the next months, years to come, to focus on just doing 1 to 3 trades at a specific area. And it's easier said than done, because I'm still working on doing that. And a lot of moments in the market during the sessions, you're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel the old patterns start creeping back in. Like, you're going to see a lot of things happening. So you just got to be able to be like, this is what I'm going to do, and do it. It's again, it's easier said than done, but we only human, guys. Like, give ourselves some grace. We are only human. We're going to make mistakes. We gotta forgive ourselves for our mistake. Like, I self-sabotage, bro. This week alone, the profit I would have made is insane. But I self-sabotage the play every time. Why? Because I get excited. I was in profit like 2 grand plus. Not close because I wanted to make 4 grand. I'm adding entries when it was time to close and go the opposite direction. Taking losses. Because I'm going against the trend. And once I did see the move, and I made money on the entry for the move, but I still lost because of old patterns. And that's where the growth come in at, where you work on yourself. You see what I'm saying? You work on yourself. You grow. Because the market is always going to give us opportunity. Look, we don't make this bread right here. We don't catch this move. We got all next week to do it all over again. That's it. Now, here's the trap. Here's the reality. Okay? Here's the reality. If we don't conform ourselves to actually trading the right way, making the right moves, doing the right lot size at the right time, and not self-sabotaging ourselves, we're going to find ourselves repeating cycles, years going by, months going by, no major progress, because every time we win, we lose. Every time we win, we lose. How many of us feel like that sometime in the journey? I'm gonna tell you right now, even as a professional, you're going to have phases like that. You just can't let those days define you, and you can't let those days just break you down to the point where you give up. Every trader is gonna go through those phases, but you have to put your foot down and say, all right, enough is enough. I'm doing something wrong here. I need to fix this to be able to make it better. Worst situation is if you don't know. If you know, it's like, bro, you're causing pain on yourself. And I'm speaking to you guys. I'm also speaking to myself as well, because it's like, I know for real. Like, I know the entry. It's just like, how do I get myself to just don't do dumb shit and just one trade, Zen mode, one standard, 5 standard, and relax. At the right time, at the right entries. That's the hump. That's like the you got to get over that. You feel me? And again, it's easier said than done. So we'll see how it plays out. As of right now, I don't know for sure where we're going to get this next entry for gold. But I tell you what, I'm going to lock in and just do my best tonight and tomorrow morning to just get that move, man. I need to get that move. So, and guess what? This is where giving yourself some grace come in at. What if I don't catch the move? What if I take a loss on stop loss? That's okay. Protect my account. Don't over risk. A losing day is just part of the process. Focus on next week. Focus on the next day. Just next time, try your best to do it even better. That's all trading is, guys. That's literally all trading is. Taking the hits as you go on, as well with the wins. So overall, it's a beautiful picture. Overall, for the week, you win. Overall, for the month, you win. Right? If you are a 60% trader, you are a profitable trader. So accept the fact that losses is just part of the journey. That's just what has to happen for you to get the wins. You have to see the reds. You have to see the drawdown. You have to see some level of, ooh, this may be wrong, and just being able to sit in it. Watch it be wrong and just be relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So let's stay focused. Let's lock in. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'll be right back. All right, back left turn. Okay, let's continue. All right, again, guys, right now, I don't know what a daily high is gonna be yet. I tell you what, I'm preparing for it. I want to say right now. How about this? I want to say right now. Daily low is here. It may not be fully accurate just yet, because I only after 12 a.m. I know for sure. But I'm going to give it to you right now. And then we just need to know the middle, which I think I have, and I just need to know the high next. All right. I'm having 33, 32, 29-ish. Around where was that for real? Right there. That's the low. And I'm going to mark it red just because we still on a downtrend. Daily low. Right there. $33, $32, $33, $32. And what I'm gonna do too is lock that line in right now, so I can have it, and then I'm also gonna lock the daily line in as well. I'm just pushing it all the way to this side because I know that was the previous strong area of support here. Okay. All right, middle could be right here. Again, I don't know for sure yet, but that's what it's looking like. $33, $36, $26. 33, 26, 36. 33, 33, 36, 26. Alright, middle is like right around daily entry. Alright, I'm just gonna put it a little bit higher, just for me. But I know now it's around that area. Yes, I go live every Asian session. I start at 8:30 Eastern every Asian session. I recently made the changes to that schedule. Alright, so here I have my area. I'm gonna lock it in as well. We're gonna call it middle. I'm just gonna do M for abbreviation, right? M for middle. Right there, it's beautiful. And then now all I need is my daily high, which is gonna give it to me later on once I get my entry. So I don't know how far it's gonna be yet, but I ain't gonna miss it. I'm not gonna miss it, man. I'm telling you right now, guys. I'm not missing this sale. I can't do it. I'm gonna be so locked. Matter of fact, I'm staying up tonight. That's how bad I'm not gonna miss this sale. So we'll see. We'll see how we come out tomorrow in the AM. We'll see, man. So we got, yeah, there it is. Support, let me lock that in. It's really at the daily entry, but I'm gonna lock that in right there. And then H4, this is how we look. So now I'm preparing for my next entries. All right, now I'm preparing for my next entries. All right, we'll see how this all play out. Ooh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for stuff. The more it pullbacks, the more excited I get, because the better the entry at the right time, which is, for me, it's gonna be after 12. So the more pullback I see, man, oh, lovely, 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 lovely. Man, I love this shit, man. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I love this. I could be on streams all day, just talking trading. That's how you know you love something, when you could just sit and just talk about it for hours and hours and hours and hours and not get bored. Like, it's just so interesting. It's just so interesting to me, man. So that's why now I'm to a point in my career where I'm not just gonna be trading just to trade, bro. I'm gonna be a masterful trader, like complete Zen mode. Like 1.5 standard, 1.10 standard, 1.50 standard, add a key area, and chill. We'll see how it plays out, man. But that's what we're going. That's what we got to. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, man. Because I'm not doing multiple trades. I used to do 10 standard, but 1. That's multiple trade. I'm not doing that no more. So it's been a few months making that change, guys, and shit just happening, man. Right now it's 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, every 8:30 p.m. Eastern time I'm live. So I'm me personally, guys, on all my accounts, I'm waiting for the daily high. I'm gonna send those entries to you guys when I get them. All right, I'm gonna send those entries to you guys when I get them, and I'm going to send a signal because I've been sending these entries previously. This was the previous one, the one that made the price go down from yesterday all the way up here. 1, 2, 3. All right, now is this one now for today. And here's my overall play on this. Feel free to send me questions too, guys. My overall play on gold is to get a jackpot entry. I'm gonna call my daily entry at the tippy top. I'm gonna call it jackpot entry. Once later on in a few hours, once it's like 12 a.m. I'm gonna call it jackpot entry, and then I'm gonna probably review it to see where it end up giving us that entry. Because here's what I'm gonna get. Here's what I want. I want a jackpot entry from the H4 time frame, just like this. Maybe it's gonna be a retest at the middle Bollinger Band. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm gonna be ready to go towards jackpot take profit right here. Jackpot take profit right here. Bottom Bollinger Band. H4 time frame, zone to zone. You gotta have a bias to make money in the market, guys. You gotta choose buy or sell, but it's not that simple. You also gotta know when and how. That's where we at right now. So the win is for me after 12 a.m. this time. The how is at the line, at my high of day, the highest point price reach by 12 a.m. That's high of day. So once I have that price, I send it to you guys. It's a wrap. Let's go, man. All right. So that's where we at. Again, the more pullback, the better it is. So let's go to the indicator real quick. Let's see where that area would be. Okay, that area would be around this area here. Let me look at it on the, let me hide my drawing real quick just to see the indicators on a clear chart. This is my clear template on the Jackpot strategy. I thought it was going to retrace for 33,945. It could, but I think we're going down, bro. I think we're going down to about right here. To about right here. And this right here is a major zone. When price reach there, I'll know what to do. But right now, I'm focused on here. Because here's what's happening here, guys. I want you guys to really see this before it happened. Because once it happened, you want to have capitalized on this. Lower low. Lower high for a new lower low. Lower high tonight for a new lower low, TP. We want this move right here as it goes down. That's what we want. We want that move right there. And why I'm so focused on the sell, because the H4 gave it away. The H4 says that price is, we try not, this is what it's literally telling me. We try not to break middle Bollinger Band, but I had no choice. I had to break it this morning. And it broke it this morning, so that means this area now is a new resistance zone. So if it's a new resistance zone, we should be looking to sell towards TP, which is the next bottom Bollinger Band support. So let's see how this all play out. Go here. This is what's happening here. A little pullback here. All good. We still don't have our high of day yet, because it's only what 10 p.m. Eastern. So we got about 2 hours to go. 2 more hours to go. And that's it. And notice, right? Notice how, of course, like this style of trading as well is helping me be literally like patient. Like before, I'm telling you guys, like the growth, once you start like doing this with me, like not just watching, but actually doing it, guys, you're gonna see. Before I used to add a lot of entries, man. Like a lot of re-entries, just all over the place, man. Now it's just like, all right, timing, wait, patient, execute. That's so much. That's like a 50% growth right there, based on where I was already at in my knowledge. So now it's just like materialize it into large sums amounts. All right, here it is. We're still above this area. I'm not going to ignore the fact that this is a resistance zone here. That's the last area price couldn't break. I'm not going to do anything with it just yet, but I'm just going to keep that in mind. And then that's pretty much this setup, man. Like, we really about to go down. It's looking like we really about to go down. We definitely going to get a nice pullback for sure. But we are definitely about to go down, guys. See, alright. Yeah, it's looking good. This is looking good. Alright, that's it. That's really it for gold, man. I'm gonna wait for my entries when it's time. Right now, I'm looking for buys. Not looking for buys, but I know it's buying. At least for this pullback here that we're gonna get the re-entry. Doug out of discipline. I like that name. Yeah, man, you're right. That's a nice pullback. It's gonna give for real for a nice sell. We're gonna get the move. You're gonna get the move. Tap into 33.62 before driving down. 32. I right now I don't know exactly. I can tell you that I don't know the exact price. But I'm just gonna be on my toes, ready to see how I'm going to be able to get that entry when it's time. And all could help me right now is where price close in the next 2 hours, and also what the jackpot strategy is telling me in the moment when it's time. So there it is right there. And I'm gonna stay up for this move, man. I don't care. I think we're gonna get something nice tonight, so it's gonna go nice. So there it is, like that. It's pushing up. Beautiful entry here. That was nice. And then right here. All right, so we wait. A half trend said buy right now. That's what the half trend is saying. It's all green bullish. As long as this is all green bullish, it's gonna keep pushing price up. Just like that. Alright. So now we wait to see what's gonna happen with gold. And then for NAS 100, I don't know just yet, because that's like my side chick. I don't really give it too much attention. But this one, this NAS is pretty stable as well. I really like it. There's a bag I'm going to make on NAS. A couple bags I'm going to be making on NAS at the right time. As of right now, I just need to wait for 12 a.m. to know what NAS is going to do by tomorrow. So we'll see. You got buys. Fluidity said he got buys at 33.35. That's a good setup. That's a good trade. Yeah, buys here is perfect. It's perfect. That was a simple trade. But notice how it's going so slow onto the upside is because we are in a pullback for a buy. Because when it's time, we get moved like these. That was last night. We get moved like that. So let's see how it's gonna go. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for tonight for me, guys. Any questions for me? Because I got about 15 minutes left in me right now. I think right here we're going to get the daily high, guys. And that's where I'm going to strike hard. Like very hard. Around this area here. So we'll wait. We'll just be patient. Alright, no questions for me, man. Look. There's not much left to do, man. There's not much left to say. It's just be patient. I'm going to set the price. I'm going to send the signal. What you should only be doing right now is analyzing how much you're gonna risk to make a big bag on this, a nice bag that you're comfortable with. Because you need to have a bias. You need to buy or sell to make money. So decide, and then also decide how you're gonna risk manage your account to not blow your account. That's the most important. Like I've taken losses, but protecting my account has been a game changer for me the past few months, adjusting to my style of trading, guys. Game changer. Game changer, because so many times I noticed myself slipping away to old habits and losing way more than I wanted to just because I'm doing old habits. And that's, again, we hold ourselves back by doing the bad habits that doesn't serve us. So we got to do the habits that do serve us. And that's why focusing and locking in and doing 1 to 3 entries max is going to definitely take your skills to the next level, man. It just takes a little bit more patient, right? It's a little bit boring because I know we used to the feeling, the adrenaline of being in a lot of trades, but that's not it. Just try to get addicted to the adrenaline of being in a big lot size at a key entry zone instead. That's the new game plan. I like that adrenaline more than adding lot size, being in the pullback, hoping to come back strong for me and make big profit. Like that's, come on. We outgrew that, and I hope you guys did too. And it's easier said than done. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be so simple, but it's gonna be worth it. 3 to 6 months, man. 3 months, you'll see. So, with that being said, man, look, that's all for me tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I'm feeling a little bit better. You know, I've been doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like next week I'm back in the gym. So I'm definitely feeling better, man, because I was not feeling good well at all the past few weeks. But now I'm back locked in, back in the gym, doing what I need to do. And we're going to eat, man. So let's build some momentum tonight by capitalizing on some good entries tonight going into tomorrow morning. Make some profit, build on our confidence. So then we could be able to properly execute at the right time going into tomorrow. So let's stay locked in, man, and I'll talk to you guys soon, bro.